Sounds like you wasted your money because you look the same,
Oh
bro.
my gosh.
I
Will
look
you
the
just
same.
be nice?
No, I'm trying to tell you that I did not get it because you told me it was not a video.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this is
I
me
thought you
at
said you
my.
hired a makeup person for this.
No, I said I was thinking about it, but since you said
Oh,
it's not video, I was like, okay, I guess I'll go look pretty ugly for you guys.
yeah. I
You
mean,
don't look ugly.
you can look as ugly as you want
Oh,
to.
stop it.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't
I wish.
mind.
Oh, there she is. I was like,
There
where's
she is.
Athena?
I'm
She's
right
on.
here.
She's somewhere.
She's
Who knows
somewhere.
these days where she is?
Yeah, but it's good seeing you guys. How you guys been? How's the weekend?
Oh, it's good, man. I've been doing nothing but like streaming on Twitch all weekend. It's been fun.
I felt like
Oh,
I
you
talked a lot.
Twitch? Like you game or
Yeah,
like
it's just a
OnlyFans
wrestling
stuff? Like
game.
what's up with Twitch?
Just a wrestling game. Nothing you'd really be too interested in.
Oh,
Dang.
Fire Pro Wrestling World. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
how many subscribers you have?
Like 166. Actually, when I started streaming yesterday, I had 166, and now I have 165. So somewhere I went the wrong direction.
You went
Somehow.
live.
That's pretty good though, right? I mean, that's some. I'm sure like each one has to pay, right?
No, they're not paying for it. It's free for Twitch. But the thing is during the pandemic, I was streaming our Friday night open mic on Twitch a lot. Just every week I was streaming it and doing it, and I was on Twitch and I was like interacting with other people. So I got quite a few followers during that time, but I haven't really done much with it like in the last year and a half or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to.
Is it the same game that Falco plays? Because he posts like snapshots of a game he plays on Twitter.
Oh no, that's a game he plays on his phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a fun game that he plays too. I don't get that one, but you know, one day I will. It's cool because he makes headlines and shit when he plays that game.
Yeah.
He makes like fake
Yeah.
headlines. Hell yeah. So how you been, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just recovering from the weekend. Had a pretty long weekend, and yeah, just hanging in there. The holidays are coming, so I'm just bracing myself for the cold and for the financial bad decisions I'm gonna most likely make.
Yeah, understandable. I'm enjoying the cold because this a few months ago was like 118 degrees. And
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm like, bring on the 45-degree temperature.
It was getting super cold in the house, and he was in denial. He was like refusing it, walking around in his tank top and shorts with no socks. And I'm just like, get out of here with you.
I'm wearing socks now, though. I am wearing socks.
Sam's a tough guy. He's a he can take the cold.
I grew up in the mean streets of San Jose. What can I say?
The summer's made him bitter.
Hell yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
forget that you guys live out in the Central Valley, right?
Yeah, we live in Tracy now. We've been here for like almost 6 years.
So yeah, so the heat's definitely different over there.
Oh,
It gets a lot hotter here. Central air is necessity. In San Jose, it's a luxury. Here, it's a necessity.
Yeah, man, you could.
I don't think I've ever had central air until I lived here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if you don't have it, you die.
Yeah, because if you don't have it, you will die. There's no joke. All right, on that fun note.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hypothetical Comedy, the podcast. I am Funky Sam Medina.
And I'm Athena Rodriguez.
And we are here with comedian Jorge M. Sanchez. What's up, Jorge?
Hey, thank you for inviting me over. I'm excited to be here.
Hell yeah, man. You're on our long short list of people that we wanted on.
Yeah, oh yeah, a part at the bottom of the list, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, you made the list. There's about 800 people on it, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was in the top 800.
Yeah, no, you barely made the cut. You barely made it. You're like 799.5.
Yeah.
You're entitled with the tree outside my house.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, but we
Hey,
did have you on.
honestly, the tree's probably like better looking than me and funnier, I'm sure.
Well, there's no video, so we don't need to worry about that. Plus, the tree has a makeup artist.
That's right.
So we heard.
No, though, we wanted to have you on though, because like we've known you, since we've been back into comedy, and you're super awesome, and you've been doing a lot of shows and a lot of stuff, things like that. So yeah, hell yeah, man. Welcome to the show.
Hell
Yeah, well, you guys are super awesome too. I'm happy to be here.
I appreciate that. Hey, so are you from San Jose? You were born and raised here, right?
Yeah, born and raised in the South Bay. I mean, if you're gonna get technical about it, because I got kind of called out about it recently, and
Oh, you
so,
did.
Oh no.
because I was born and raised in the South Bay. I'm currently living in San Jose. I've been living in San Jose for like, I mean, years. I started comedy while doing San Jose, but I was raised in Milpitas, which is like a small town, like right next to San Jose. And I got called out by my Milpitas people saying you should start representing Milpitas more. I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, it wasn't a big deal to me, but I guess it's a big deal to them, you know. So
Yeah, I mean,
so
I guess
Milpitas raised, San Jose living. I don't know what to tell you.
my personal opinion is living in Milpitas means that you live in San Jose, but you're closer to the Great Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like it's like I don't know. That's why I prefer to describe myself as a South Bay comic, just to encompass everything down there.
Yeah, no, it's true though. But if you went around and said I'm from Milpitas, people would go, "What the fuck is Milpitas?"
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like people not around here.
It's hard enough to go around and say you're from San Jose, and people are like, "Oh, okay, I have no idea where that's at. I don't know. Is that
Like,
San
"Oh, San
Francisco?"
Jose? Yeah,
No.
then you have to say, "Oh yeah, it's by San Francisco."
No, well, see, that's the worst part. It's like I live in San Jose, where that's at, the San Francisco Bay Area, and then they just assume you're like by San Francisco, which is like 40 minutes away. And it's just funny because I'm like, it's kind of like you get divorced, but you still have to mention your ex-wife's name. Like, I don't know, like what, like I don't know, something like that, where you have to refer to something that's not you.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
stuck with you. That made no fucking sense, but you know what I'm trying to say. The point I'm trying to say,
Like,
I think
it's
he's
hard
bringing- I
to
think he's bringing
describe
a
our
new bit,
problems
you
sometimes.
guys. A new bit about divorce.
Yeah. A new bit about divorce. Who am I? PX?
Oh yeah, you guys are doing a new podcast.
Yeah, we
right?
were gonna wait, but let's get into your podcast with PX.
I can't wait.
Yeah. No, yeah, we just started a new podcast, me and PX, talking about, you know, where I live. I turns out PX moved in my area, my neighborhood.
Oh wow.
Yeah, within the year. And like I was like, oh shit, you live like down the street. And she's like, you live down the street. And we kind of joke, like, oh, we should start a podcast. And then eventually I was like, you know what, let's just fucking do it. And like, so we've been meeting up here and there and just like, you know, just talking shit, you know, just whatever. And it's pretty cool because it's like me and PX are totally different, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like we have a lot of fun. So it's available now on Spotify, Stitcher, and pretty soon I'm trying to get on many other places where you catch your
Nice.
local
And what is it called?
podcast. It's called Your Worst Neighbors.
Nice. It's funny because when you first promoted that, Athena was like, "Hey, I don't know Jorge and PX for neighbors." Like, well, they don't have to be neighbors. They're just talking about neighbors in their podcast.
No, we are literally neighbors. We're
That's hella
neighbors.
cool. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Like I can literally just walk over to her place and ask for like some sugar or something, you know?
That's awesome.
Nice.
Aw,
Hell yeah.
I like it.
So what's growing up in Milpitas like, man?
What's going up in Milpitas?
Yeah, like did you have cool stuff out there? You know, did you get to walk to the Great Mall?
Yeah, you know what's so funny? Yeah, Milpitas was cool. It's a weird town for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of known for its Asian population. So like the most people I grew up were like Filipinos and Asians and so there's some Latinos, yeah. But I don't know, it's pretty nice. It was like suburbia a bit.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember going through it, you know. Milpitas,
Yeah, it's
I
so
mean,
funny.
it's it neighbors San Jose, so it's just right there.
Well, it's like the buffer zone between Fremont and San Jose, you know.
Oh, so it's like the tracks. So if you go past Milpitas, it's like the other side of the tracks.
basically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool. It's so funny. Like when I was living there, I didn't really went to the mall, ironically. You know, I know like wasn't like mall culture a thing in the 90s? You know,
Yeah,
like mall rat?
I guess you're a lot younger than us because I grew up we would go to East Ridge, we'd go to Valley Fair, we go to the Great Mall, we go to Oak Ridge. It was just, yeah, I guess it was. I just forget how young you are, you know.
Yeah.
Baby.
The hairline just throws me off. I forget how young you are.
Yeah, I started balding and growing a beard before you guys.
That too, man. I can't grow my shit in. It just looks like a fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. but by the time I graduated high school and went to college, like we already moved out of Milpitas then. So Milpitas was literally just a childhood. All my adult shit was in San Jose.
Oh yeah,
Well, actually, I did live in Cupertino for a little bit, for in the border of Cupertino, Sunnyvale, while I was attending De Anza College.
Okay, that makes sense. But
and then
so
when
did you move out of Milpitas with your parents then? Since you said you graduated high school out of Milpitas?
Yeah, no, I moved out with roommates at
Oh
De Anza
wow!
College.
So you moved out super young.
Kind of, yeah, I guess not that young. I would say early 20s.
Okay, nice.
And when I moved out in my early 20s, I realized, man, I had it pretty good living with my parents.
I mean, everybody realized that at some point when they move out.
Yeah, I was like, damn, like fuck, I gotta want. You know what's so fucked up is I used to go and visit mom just to do laundry. And I know that's like the most common thing to do, but
right, that's not fucked up at all because mom gets a visit, you get laundry done.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Huh? Win-win. There you go.
Yeah, she might make dinner for you.
Yeah.
The thing is, like to keep up with rent, I mean, this is like Cupertino and Sunnyvale. I had to get like 2 jobs. So that was
I bet.
I had to get 2 jobs and go to school. Like it was a bit of a struggle, but like I moved in with friends and like I was surrounded by friends. So I guess it was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That, especially those years of your life, because that's super character developing and stuff, and you're just learning the ropes how to live life at that point.
Yeah, ever since then, ever since that, I never was into flashy things. Like I was not into like flashy. I was no longer into like flashy cars. Honestly, like for me, what I find sexy is reliable things. Like these are like I could, like, for example, this computer that I told you that I have, it started to crash on me, but I had it for like almost 10 years, like I want to say 8 years now, 6, 7 years. So like frugal is definitely my spirit, like animal kind of thing. Like I learned to be very frugal with things.
So what you're saying is that you're in a long-term relationship with your computer.
Yeah, and she's trying to leave me already. You know? she's dipping out, crashing out, doesn't want to be here with me no more. Kind of exactly like my real love life. It's kind of sad.
Oh man. So at what point, so you're going to college and stuff. At what point did you really like discover that you had a thing for stand-up comedy, like you did, kind of wanting to do it?
That's a good question. We'll tell you something, it kind of, good question, because my journey into comedy is kind of complicated than most people. Like most people are like, oh, they really want to do it, and then one day they did it, right?
Yeah.
Right? No, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like they're like, oh, for years, they'll be like, oh, I'm a fan of stand-up, and for years, I wanted to try it, and they finally did it, and they got hooked, right? That's kind of like for most people, not for everybody.
Well, that's
right?
A lot of people's story. I mean,
and for me, it wasn't like that because I was never the funny guy. I had funny moments, but I was not the class clown. And like, if you ask any of my friends or even family, like, oh, did you see Jorge doing stand-up when he was younger? And they will say no. Because I was more of the artsy kid. I was more into like fucking, I was talking about like fucking mise-en-scene cinema, Italian neorealism when I was in high school, like, so in high school I did theater my senior year. I sacrificed my senior year of football to do theater. And it was the best decision I made in my life because I really enjoyed it more than football somehow.
Nice.
So the idea of performance was already there with me. But I was into like performing like serious shit. I wasn't like a comedy performer,
Yeah.
And well, the first play I was in was a comedy, but I had like a small role at the end, which is like the perfect role, like fuck yeah. I don't come until the end, I just have a few lines and it's a comedy. So if you fuck up, it's like whatever.
Heck yeah.
And the second play I was acting in, I got a major role and it was a drama with serious acting. And that was definitely harder with a lot of lines to memorize. I fucked up once in the middle of a sold out crowd, but I think it was okay. I just played the father. No surprise there. I played the dad, and I have a conversation with my son that like goes from 1 to 100, but it leads up to it. Halfway through my monologue, I forget where I'm at, and I just skip to the 100 part. So I go from, oh, my son, I love you, I'm happy you're here, to all of a sudden like, hey, and that's why you should listen to me, god damn it. You know, so anyway, so it was at that age where I was like, I want to do something with entertainment, something, but more of like behind the scenes creating things. Like, as much as I enjoyed being a performer and being in front of things, I enjoy more putting like things together, like putting together skits, plays, films, and just more the production way of careers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then the decision came where it's like, you know what? I think I want to be a filmmaker, because being a filmmaker, I feel like it encompasses everything that I like. You know, performances, production, and writing and all that jazz. So and keep in mind, like I was graduating in 08 from high school. So like we like my generation has gone through a world war, or technically a war, in the Middle East. So a lot of my friends were going to the army, and also we were going through a recession. So the biggest thing that they were telling people was like, it doesn't matter what you study, your degree is not gonna matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like they're like, dude, like the economy's so bad. Like, what's the point of going to college? This and that. So I was like, you know what? Instead of going to, because it's also common that we hear about people going to college, getting a degree that they don't like, and end up being in debt for like shit.
That was our generation. So you are a lot younger than us, because when we were growing up, it was college.
Yeah,
that was
my
it.
generation was like debt, no matter what you do. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to school for something I actually like to do, and that's when I decided to go into filmmaking to study it. But you know, I'm a lower middle class city kid, so like I can afford, you know, USC or fucking, you know, all these big film schools or film colleges, and I was not gonna put my family into debt over it either for myself. So that's when I decided to go to the De Anza Community College, where they had supposedly the best film program in the community college.
Nice.
You know.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And it's right there. It's right there in your own backyard.
Yeah, and it makes sense because yeah, it's incomplete, and it makes sense because they got a lot of funding from local tech companies. So it kind of makes it because they have really nice equipment, studios, and like, trust me, when I transferred, I mean, no disrespect to San Jose State's film program, but when I transferred from De Anza to San Jose State, it really felt like a downgrade in some ways.
Wow.
That's really crazy, just because of the prestige, you know, the prestige of the university system.
Right. So anyway, so I mean, don't worry, this leads up to stand-up. I know that I'm going very long.
No, this is very interesting. I have so many things to ask you about this after, but yeah, keep going.
But the stuff that I've gone through with theater and with film, I apply even to this day to stand up, and I'll tell you in a bit, and I'll get there. But like, so I go to De Anza College, and I go to film, and you know, all that, and I'm, you know, it's a good time. And then I transfer, and then I had to transfer to a university eventually, right? And I don't know, like, I mean, at this point, a lot of people, they kind of want to go far. They want to go to LA, right? You know, New York, where entertainment is actually at.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a right decision yet, but I decided to stay locally still.
Yeah.
And I went to San Jose State. And that's where I continued my film studies. And I don't know, I like it, you know, because it's local. I really love being from the South Bay, you know, so it wasn't that hard of a decision, but it was just kind of weird seeing a lot of my friends going to LA, and I don't know, they're doing pretty cool shit down there, so which is cool, whatever. But anyway, so in San Jose, I had a hard time. My first year I had a hard time really getting, I don't know, just getting involved with San Jose State, you know, because it's like a commuter school, so a lot of people come and they go. Nobody really wants to hang out. And I was also like, because I went to community college and I transferred, I was older, some of my classmates, most of my classmates who came from high school to university. Sorry, I think I'm losing Sam and
No.
Athena.
Oh no, sorry, my cat was acting crazy.
The cat's like, dude, Jorge, you're fucking boring.
I was making sure she wasn't trying to break down the screen door because she
Yeah.
started
Oh,
jumping
shit.
up
There
against
she
it.
goes
I'm gonna
again.
close the sliding glass door. But keep going.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Sorry.
The cat. This is probably the most entertaining part of the podcast.
No,
The
man.
cat
I mean, she.
tackles me.
I feel like she could knock that screen door down.
I'm
Our
like,
screen
I'm
door is kind
telling
of
you,
broken.
my
Our screen door is kind of broken. So if she
Yeah.
pushed really hard, she could knock it down. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
close the door. But anyway, so yeah, you go to San Jose State. You know, you're having
I have a
trouble
hard-
finding your footing and fitting in.
Yeah. And then, or just tough. And then one day after class, I see a group of people coming in fucking pretty happy and shit. I'm like, oh, what's this? And they say, oh, this is the comedy club of San Jose State.
Oh, right, the stand-up club.
The stand-up comedy club San Jose State, that they meet up at this class after my class. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, let me stick around for that. And it was by my friend Rob Roy, who's passed away now. And him and I don't know. Ever since then I hung out with them, and they encouraged me to try it, and I tried it, and it brought me back to my theater days, and I got hooked from there. Honestly, I got into stand up as because I was kind of in a place of desperation, you know, because I was
You're
like,
kinda
I don't know
lost.
what I'm doing here. Like, I don't know, like nobody wants to hang out. It's hard making friends. But then when I met them, I felt like I fitted right in with this like, you know, motley crew of like, you know,
Motley Crue is a good way to describe it, because a lot of times the people that do go to like just like are attracted to stand up are the people who kind of feel like social outcasts.
yeah, and we kind of all did, and that's something that I really loved about stand up, is that we all made fun of our insecurities, or just our like, you know, fucked up family shit, and that kind of really sparks like a kindred among each other, like comrades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're like, oh, we all gone through this shit, and
Oh, sorry, go on.
yeah, and like Rob, and like I think the other person who was there that is still doing comedy, you know, so far, is Ryan Sudhakaran. You know Ryan Sudhakaran?
No, I don't. I don't think I've ever even heard of his name.
Oh, he's one of the funniest guys. He's in San Francisco, and he just got past the punchline. And
he was in the SJSU comedy stand-up comedy club. That's cool.
Yeah, and it was just like 5-6 of us, and coming from different backgrounds. We were like the Breakfast Club of like of us, just, you know, just hanging out after class and trying to come up with material.
That's cool. You could have made a movie out of your guys' life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the first official mic that I did was at Frascati, which was a couple blocks away, because Frascati for the longest time had a general open mic.
Oh, okay. So it was
Tuesday.
like a little bit of everything.
Right. So you could sign up and you could do music, poetry, and not many people were doing comedy. I don't think many people knew about it.
And then you guys discovered it, and you're walking distance from the school.
Right. From the
Hell
school.
yeah.
And that was probably the first time I performed in front of a real crowd. We would just perform to each other, but now perform in front of a real crowd. And yeah, and the rest is history. Ever since then, I've been hooked. Ever since, and eventually, you know, I'm known as the guy that ran for Scotty.
Yeah, so that kind of came full circle there. So I have a question. So we had Cynthia on the podcast. Cynthia was talking about how she was in the stand-up comedy club at San Jose State, and I asked her the same question. What's it like? What do you guys do? But before you answer that question, her answer was this: I don't know. I only went twice.
That's true. No, that's true. That's very true. She popped in once or twice. But me and Cynthia, we've been friends since De Anza, so she's my homegirl.
Oh, so you knew her before San Jose State?
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. Cynthia is such a smart, fucking funny person.
And we love
Yeah,
her.
she's
When I went to
incredible.
De Anza at 18, she was there when she was like 15 or 16.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She didn't brag about that at all.
Yeah, so let me brag about my friends for a second then.
Okay.
because she's super smart, super funny, and super creative, and an amazing person overall. So it was kind of funny that we eventually both got into stand. I mean, me earlier than her, of course, but she did pop in once in a while, which is pretty cool. So she's come a long way, and and it was she's more awesome than she's describing herself, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sure she is, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, she popped in once or twice. That part's true.
Yeah. So what do you guys do there? Is it like open mic and just in front of the room of people, or do you guys sit down and write together, or a little bit of everything?
It was basically a workshop.
Okay.
It was basically my friend Rob Roy, who started it, he's the one who had stand-up experience. He's from Orange County, and he's the one who really guided us. And his methods is method I like to still use today, which is like, just talk, get up there, just talk. Like, don't take it seriously. Like, if you have nothing to think about, or if you have nothing to joke about, just go up there and just talk about what happened to your day, what's something you find interesting. And then through that, you'll find the humor. Yeah. And that's kind of true, because it's like, because that feeling where it's like when you're talking to friends and you're just naturally funny.
Right. Yeah. I feel like that's me.
and it comes if you guys just talking and feeling each other's chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what I think was trying to instill in us. Is like, hey, just get up there, get comfortable with the crowd, get comfortable with the people around you, talk about if something's interesting in the room, talk about, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, you got to write set up punchline. It's more like, conceptually, what do you find funny? And then from there, you refined it to the setup punchline.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Like when I used to work at CVS, I would be at the cash register and I would just riff on everything that was constantly moving in the room. The whole line would be laughing. People that didn't even know each other would be just like, 3 people down just laughing. And people tell me, you should do stand-up comedy. You should do stand-up comedy. I'm like, I do. Here's tickets to see me at the Improv.
Shit.
Yeah, that was so cool. That would happen. But I wish I could channel that on stage. I mean, I can go up there, do 1 or 2 jokes about the room, but like, I feel like I can't just throw my material out the window and just be like, hey, what's going on? Where are you from? What do you do? I just feel like I wish I could channel that more on stage.
Yeah, and I think it takes a long time. I feel, or to some people, to me too. It took me. Honestly, I've been doing this for 8-9 years, and I feel like my most confident on stage now. That like after COVID. Yeah. So my 7th year. Totally. 7th, 6th. So my first 5 years were just figuring shit out to figure out if I'm even funny. But like sometimes you get caught up of your bits and your performances that you forget to take in the crowd.
That's true. That's true. And sometimes I just feel so robotic just doing my jokes. I just feel like, all right, here I am telling these fucking jokes.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes I just feel great about it. But yeah, sometimes I just feel like this terrible. Like I'm wasting everybody in this room's time. I feel like that sometimes.
What?
Well, you're projecting because you feel like you're wasting your time by being very, by repeating everything, which it doesn't wrong, but at the same time, that's usually a sign for you to like, hey, refine this or try a different angle, or maybe try to. And it's tough to get yourself mentally. It's tough. Like I've been there so many times where I'm like, I don't want to say that joke, but I know it gets laughs. Like in that,
yeah.
And that in itself is kind of soul sucking in a weird way. Kind of,
it's almost like selling out, kind of.
Yeah, but
like you feel like you're selling out, even though it's your material that you wrote. You're like, I really don't want to tell this joke, but I need to tell it because it gets laughs.
But what I realized is that that usually could you how can I say this? When I'm excited about a bit, I feel like it gets across much better and easier, as opposed if I'm not excited about it and I just say it very robotically, and the crowd's reactions very like they get laughs, but it's more like low energy laughs.
Yeah, right. I feel like if I can come on stage and do like 2 or 3 jokes about either the host or the room or the person before me, just something like that, and like it gets strong laughs, then I'll usually have like a stronger set, like because I'll just feel more like confident as I'm talking.
Right. And that's something that helped me is I kind of had like a mental shift recently when it comes to comedy. And that is to allow myself to experience joy more.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Because I think we get caught up about stand-up, what stand-up is and what we see in how stand-up is portrayed, and then you feel like you got to be bitter. You feel like you got to be, a little bit, that poetic, stoic,
Angsty.
stand-up comedian that just talking
Aloof.
about life shit and life's horrible and this and that.
Yeah.
And then even off stage of just like talk, oh, I'm funnier than this person. I'm fun, like really comparing yourself.
Oh,
And it came to a point where I was like, that's not me. I don't like being that person. I'm in this because I love it. There's no money involved. It's not paying my bills. So why should I allow this to be part of a stressful part of me? Like, why am I adding this stress to me? And that's where I'm like, you know what? I should really enjoy performing.
Yeah.
Like, really be like, I'm doing this because I like it. I'm not doing this because it's the only thing I have in my life currently, or it's not the only thing that I feel makes me feel productive. It's more than just that. It's more like I find fulfillment. And that's a fucked up mental thing that I've just learning like 7 years in.
Well, when I first started doing stand-up, a lot of the older people that were doing it, they would tell me, you don't even know what you're doing for the first 10 years. Like the first 10 years, you're just figuring it out, And yes, people see success in 3, 4, 5 years, but I mean, that's true. You really don't know what you're doing until 10 years in. I still don't know what I'm doing because even though I've been doing it for 12 years, I haven't really been doing it for 12 years,
Yeah.
Yeah. The same way as you, Jorge. Like you pretty much summed it up, because I was getting stressed out over like the hustle culture around it sometimes is just so like overwhelming. And then I was getting stressed out, and then I would get like heavy brain fog on stage where I'd forget my material and stuff. And then all of a sudden I had a realization where I was just like, why am I stressing out over something that I love so much?
Yeah. A lot of it is, and you said about, is a hustle culture. You see people posting social media like, oh, they're on this, doing that. It's like, oh, I wish I could. But sometimes you just gotta be like, I'm happy for them, and I got my own journey, and I gotta focus on what's in front of me now.
Yeah.
Which is a bunch of people, who are listening to me.
Sometimes I'll see people and be like, man, they have more shows, tomorrow than I have in the next month.
Yeah.
And I do get super like down on myself about it, but I don't go out enough. I don't put myself out there enough because I feel like I would get more than what I get now. Because when I do go out there, when I do get open mics, I do get booked on things.
Yeah, but here's the part, that the beautiful part is that you don't have to be them. You don't have to ride the boat they're riding.
Yeah.
It's best to ride the boat that you're already on.
Yeah. Your own
and build it with stuff that you enjoy.
Yeah.
And success is such a subjective thing to many people.
It
It really is. Yeah. I mean, I'm just
go ahead. Like okay, hold on, because I'm going on a long story here, so let me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll grab some popcorn.
Well, I think what made me realize that philosophy was running for Scotty. And the story for Scotty, I've said several times on a podcast, but I like telling the story because it also reminds me of what I'm about. And don't worry, I also, every time I add in new information. So if any listeners listen to my previous podcast, they know about the story I've talked about before. But for me, it was just such an integral part of my life. Because when I started for Scotty, like I told you, I started, first mic was for Scotty General Open Mic. 6 months, 6 to 8 months, I get asked to put together a comedy night.
Wow.
Comedy open mic at for Scotty. And like for me, like I didn't know what to do because like the only 2 mics in San Jose at the time was Caravan and Woodham's. So the examples I had of what a mic could be was 2 dive bar mics. Oh, wow. But for Scotty, it's a cafe.
Right.
That's that's a whole different demographic and a whole different vibes. And I was literally only 6-8 months into comedy, which is ridiculous. Because I think once you reach the year to 2 years, that's when you should start an open mic, because now you have an idea of what you're dealing with. But when you're like months into comedy, I don't recommend it. I don't know where I was in that time of frame, but what gave me the confidence to try it was my film theater background. So I'm like, I put together films before. I put together stage productions before. What's comedy? How's this going to be any different? And there's similarities, but there are differences as well. And that you can't control the content, of course, of other people. But for the first couple years at Frascati, I was miserable running it because I felt like I was way over my head. I felt like, I got caught up of being recognized in the community, and I wasn't really. And what broke me, and again, and the way I ran Frascati was just like a regular open mic. People sign up, go get out, whatever. And what broke me is that a Metro newspaper article was being put together. First, like on the front page, Metro, it's a local Metro Silicon Valley newspaper about the open mic community, comedy community in San Jose. And there's only 3 to 4 mics at the time. So obviously Frascati had to be there. And yet I wasn't featured. I wasn't even asked to give my 2 notes on it. They asked other people to give their opinions about Frascati. People that have not, respectable people, but at the same time, they didn't put in the time that I have, the blood and sweat of tears that I put in to put in Frascati.
That was almost like your baby at the time.
Yeah, trust me, I would literally lose sleep because of putting together that show. Like, I don't know, am I gonna get shit from the crowd? Am I gonna get shit from the management? Am I gonna get shit, from comics, especially comics?
There's a lot of masters to please in that kind of situation. Right. You're right, like the audience, the place, the comics.
And at the same time, that sacrificed a lot of my developing time, because I'm not out there hitting up mics. I'm not out there developing my own material because I'm so busy focused on this one thing.
Yeah. So
it kind of broke me of going like, damn, they made a front page article about comedy, and like Frascati barely was mentioned. And on top of that, they didn't even, included me. So for me, it was like, it's past me now, but it's like I was intentionally ignored. And it's like, what, why am I? And on top of that, I was already miserable running it. So I was like, what needs to change here? And I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm running this show the way I want to run it. That makes me happy, that makes me enjoy coming every week on a Wednesday. And that's where things really picked up at Frascati. That's when I included, that's where I was like, you know what, guys, let's put together a writing room and let's do new monologues every week. Let's do some comedy debates. Let's do some, just do some improv games in the middle of the mic. Let's try to be more interactive. And that's where I realized, like, I was running a ship that I thought that I was trying to emulate another person's ship, but my ship kept sinking. So what I have to do is rearrange this ship to at least make it float. And luckily, not only did it just float, but it flourished. And that's where I felt we had the most crowds after that. We had the most crowds, the most fun. And that's where I realized that what makes the mic special is also being part of the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, really be encouraging. Because the first couple of years, because I was miserable to younger comics. I was a fucking dick. I'm not gonna lie. Like the slightest fucking question someone might have had, I would have responded very snarky. But then after that, when I was like, I actually enjoy this, actually doing this, I was much, much nicer and also understanding of like, okay, you just started, you got these questions, that's fine. Be more encouraging.
Yeah. How many comics quit because of you, Jorge?
I know.
What's that?
I said, how many new comics quit because of you?
No, I'm not gonna lie. There's still people to this day that won't talk to me. And honestly,
wow.
yeah, like I understand. Like, you know, I take accountability for that, and responsibility. But again, it's because I was not in a place of joy. I was not in a place of I was
Yeah,
too
absolutely.
worried about pleasing others instead of pleasing myself first. You know
And
what I'm
you were
saying?
just to a point where, yeah, you just had a very like, you just didn't have the patience. You know, you were just very short.
And keep in mind that I was going through school at the same time. Like this is
Wow,
all,
that's
Yeah.
stressful already. Yeah,
yeah. So like I'm worried
absolutely.
about graduating and shit. Like, so it wasn't just I was being a dick to be a dick. I was being a dick because, like, you know,
To
I was having a
graduate
hard time
school.
running this, at the same time life shit.
Yeah,
But I do appreciate
Yeah.
the comment about, you know, you had a basis of what you thought an open mic should be based on the other rooms.
Yeah.
And you realize that making it your own authentic way with your own personality in the room made it
Yeah.
thrive. And a lot of people don't realize that when they go out into the world, they try to mimic another thing that's worked. But what's really going to work is when we show our personality, because that's the fresh thing. That's the new thing. Nobody else is like our authentic selves.
yeah,
Yeah.
and all.
It takes, but like to get there, you need a lot of time to
Yeah,
develop, or you need a pivotal moment of rock bottom of
Yes.
like, you know what, like, why am I here? This makes, like, fuck it, just I'm gonna do my thing.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. I was gonna say it's also so the other mics that you kind of had as an example, it's a completely different crowd. You know,
Mhm.
because you're more the downtown San Jose. It's a coffee shop as opposed to like a dive bar, like you said, and it's more
Mhm.
of a college vibe as opposed to the other places that you mentioned. You know, and so you
Yeah.
kind of had to like you said, get into the community and kind of find out what makes them tick a little bit better.
Right.
So
Right.
good for you, man. That's awesome. How long were you there?
Oof. Let's see. So the totality of Frascati was 5 years, which is a long time for a cafe mic. Cafe mics
Yeah.
usually last not even a year.
Yeah, I
But,
know. So many come and go. I've seen them all come and go.
yeah. But the great thing about Frascati is that the owner was very patient with me. There was 1 year that Victor Cruz Perez ran it
I
because,
remember, yeah, I remember when he ran it for a while.
yeah, because that was like, I was going through a lot at the time, and I had to like take a break from it,
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
you do.
and focus on like film stuff I was doing, focus on other things. And actually, me and Victor Cruz, like I was like, hey Victor, like can you please take over this for me? And at the time he worked as a barista there as well. And, you know, he
Yeah,
was my
I
homie.
do
He's like,
remember
yeah.
that.
And then the week after, we had a falling out
Oh
over a chick.
no.
Yeah,
Over a
me and him
chick,
had
is that
a,
what you said?
yeah, like me and Victor Cruz Perez had a big falling out over one girl who ended
Wow.
up being a lesbian. So we both ended up not being right. But we're still friends with her. We're still friends with her. She's really cool. She's really cool though. Um, so 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 it was kind of awkward where it's like, oh shit, I just gave my room to some guy, my friend who betrayed me.
And now I hate him. Wow.
Yeah. So when he was running it, for the most part, I did not come around the cafe out. But then again, I was so busy focusing on other projects.
You know what's
Um,
crazy is that's
yeah.
kind of the time where I started going there often when he was the host of it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you were in that era,
And so I
and
was
that
like,
era.
I remember when Victor ran this room before Jorge did. I would
Yeah,
say that.
no, yeah. Well, it's the other way around. I
Yeah.
started
I
it,
guess
and then
so. I didn't know. I didn't
then
know.
and then what happened was that, you know, I mean, Victor Cruz Perez, sweet guy, my friend, but
Yeah.
he was also going through shit at the time,
Mhm.
and he made some poor decisions, and he admits it. He admits it. He's like, yeah, he was kind of fucked up. You know, like one time he'll start the show and just say a bunch of slurs, like all the racial slurs you could think of.
Oh dang.
You know, so eventually the owner calls me up. The owner calls me and say, hey, you know, this comedy thing's not working out with Victor. I think they fired him from,
Oh wow.
from working there at that point. But they're like, you know, like there's two options. Either they're gonna get rid of comedy completely, regard like they don't want to look for anybody else, or I come back, which was
Wow.
kind of nice.
It's
You
you
know,
or
they're like,
nobody.
yeah, pretty much. And by this time, I had fresher eyes and fresher perspectives because I was working on like different projects.
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, I could come back now and try different shit and like have fun and shit. And that's what we did. And everything's okay. Me and Victor made up. We're all good.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
good person. And
he's a cool
I
dude.
think we continued for 2 to 3 more years until we reached our 5th year, and the business got sold. So, but luckily, we got lucky that we were able to end the show in our terms, because
That
the
was
week after the
wonderful.
COVID lockdowns happened.
It was after. I guess it was.
Yeah, it was literally because I remember we ended the show the last week of February, and then the first week of March we're like, all right, we're gonna
Yeah.
lock down for 2 weeks or some shit.
Wow.
So we got lucky. We got lucky that we had a
Yeah, you
fucking
did get lucky because
a super spreader event the week before.
Oh my
and
gosh,
nobody,
right?
nobody really like that I know of, got it. I didn't get it. So
Yeah.
Athena and I went to the last show at Frascati because we had to, we had to go pay our respects.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate
And-
it. Thank you so much.
and,
yes, I remember
we-
you guys being there. Yes.
We talked to Mel Michelle about it because she was there, but we didn't know her. But I filmed Athena's set, and you can see Mel Michelle in the front. And also Cynthia, we talked about Cynthia. We talked to Cynthia about it because they're talking about how you guys all celebrated at the end, and they they did a special thing for you,
It
whatever.
was so sweet.
But tell us about the last day at Frascati.
Yeah, your perspective.
Interesting. Well, before I do that, I gotta give again my appreciation for you guys for being there. Appreciation for Cynthia and for Mel Michelle being there. And honestly, if Frascati would have kept going, the future preferably would have been to give it to a woman comedy producer.
Oh wow, that's
because
good.
for Scotty, because we like when I mentioned before of being part of the community, it also meant helping those in the community.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, women felt in South Bay felt unsafe about most of the mics. They felt like the opportunities were not there. They felt like the spots always get filled up fast.
Mhm.
So I was like, you know what? And this happened because I honestly I snapped on somebody of like who were saying those things about how it's not a woman friendly environment. And I was like, well, if it's not woman friendly, then maybe we should start one. Why don't you start? The usual bullshit of like, well, you should do your show, this and that. And when I did that, I felt like such a dick. And that's when I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm a comedy producer. I have a platform. I have a because not everybody has the opportunity to make open mics or to make shows. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
and just because they mentioned those critiques, it's no reason to be a dick to them, because instead of like telling them what they should do, I should do my part and just do what I can do to help, as opposed to just telling them what they should do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
I came off like such a fucking dick about it, but I remember realized like, no, they're important people to me, and I should make an effort. And that's when for Scotty on the last week, it was for a priority to put up women and people in the LGBTQ community.
Oh wow.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I got so much shit for that.
Did you really?
But the ironic part is when I got shit, those very same people that gave me shit for it, a month later or like 2 months later, when they saw it being a success, they praised me for it.
Wow. That's
Wow.
cool.
So it's not so much that people are, misogynistic or homophobic about these opportunities. It's more like they just haven't seen it in action in the real world.
Yeah.
And so they need to like see it for themselves, of how it's not about you, or it's not about comedy, it's about the community.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that attracted a lot of beautiful people and great performers in the women's spaces and in the LGBTQ spaces that will come for Scotty on the regular. And they're the ones who really, I'm gonna cry a bit, but I mean, everybody supported me, and I think everybody, but those particular groups of people really were I'm just grateful for their support in many ways. So on the last day, when Cynthia and Mel Michelle, they did this, it was kind of sad because they raised money for my dating life or something like that. But it was just beautiful on the last day, on the last night, of like seeing the different eras of Frascati in one night. You know, I had comics that have been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
I had comics who just got to know Frascati a couple months ago. Had Frascati, you know, that were there when Victor Cruz was there. I had Frascati, but like different eras. It was just fucking a mind fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh my god, like this is so craziness. And I had a good time. We had taco trucks. It really felt like a big old festival. And I cried. I did cry. But the only mistake I regret was I let it go for too long. We had like I think like 80, 90 performers.
So many people.
Like that.
There was like wow, that many.
And the way I advertised was like everybody's going up, no matter what. Tonight we're open till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And 1 a.m., 2 a.m. comes around, and I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm tired as fuck.
Wow.
I love
It's
it.
crazy because like I hate to put it this way, but it really felt like a funeral because
It did.
A funeral.
yeah,
because a celebration of life. Fuck.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
that too. But like when, like for example, when my mom passed away, right? It's like, you know, you see people that you haven't seen in years, and you see like it's like a reunion, you know, and everybody's there to celebrate that one thing that we all came together for. And it was really amazing. And like, you know, at funerals, it's like I love seeing everybody. I wish it was better circumstances, whatever. But that's kind of how I felt. Everybody came together just for that one thing, for one last hurrah, to just come to Frascati and just love it one more time.
Pay their respects.
And pay the respects. Absolutely. That's how I started the conversation off.
I love it.
So yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Just the people, seeing all the people that were there, the people we haven't seen in so long. It was just great. I loved it. I loved that night.
And again, thank you to you too, Athena and Sam. And thank you to everybody who showed up. Thank you for the support. Like honestly, people were like, Jorge, you made Frascati great. I'm like, no, you guys made, like, a mic is only as good as the performers that come to perform there and are there to like support it. Like,
but at the same time, if you hadn't you know, mess with it and figured out what formula you needed to do, you wouldn't have had so much success.
Yeah, you're the director.
You were the director. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I really think you should write this as a script and film it.
I mean, you know what's crazy?
That's a fucking epic story, man.
You could probably even make a movie like called Frascati because it's not in business anymore.
I love it.
Trust me, there's like different like there's more stories that happen to Frascati.
I'm sure there is.
That's why it would be a meaty movie.
You could even make like a TV series.
Yeah.
Like just another night.
Oh my gosh, the falling out thing with Victor over the lesbian alone was fucking
that would make a great episode. That would make a great episode.
You really have to write that, Jorge, man.
I think you could. Do you still do movie stuff and production stuff?
Gosh, you have
good question.
Good storytelling skills, man.
So when Frascati ended, when I graduated, I was really up until right now, I've been very focused on comedy and just, you know, paying bills.
Yeah.
Now I'm quote unquote out of school in the real world. So I've been really hyper focused. So I'm just, you know, having a good financial foundation and
just doing comedy and trying to survive, basically.
Yeah.
But but then recently I did Andrew. Do you know Andrew De Leon?
I kind of do, not well, but I do. Yeah.
Well, he runs a mic he runs a show. I mean, he runs a showcase in Berkeley, and he filmed a promo for it, and just getting back on set, just, you know, that dynamic of like acting and collaborating, it really brought me back to those film days. And like I made a web series before, and you know, whatever. Have you guys heard of it? I hope not.
I don't think so.
I can see it on your face, like you fully regretted mentioning it.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's called Looking for Saint Jorge, and it was like I was inspired by Louis C.K. His show.
That's
Louis.
cool.
So it's like I try to make a Louis show, but me. And it's so funny because I put my stand-up of 3 years in, and it's so bad. Like,
oh gosh, I can't watch mine.
Like there's no laughs coming from the crowd. I'm like, why did I put this in this episode?
I mean, but as a producer, you're able to add laughs later, aren't you?
Yeah, but I wanted to be authentic like Louis. Though.
I love it.
And
You gotta watch it. Where is it?
But you couldn't use the
YouTube.
words "I'm dying up here" because that was already taken.
So it's on YouTube. It's called Looking for Saint Jorge. I've only managed to do 3 episodes out of 8.
I'm gonna watch it.
But it's just, you know, so I'm reflecting now, like, you know, maybe I should revisit it. Maybe I should work on the new web series, comedy web series.
Dude.
And I'm looking at my old scripts, and I'm like, oh, because I also had a black and white short film series, and like, I don't know, like I'm kind of gearing towards maybe getting back into it. I'm like, I want to go back into both podcasting and filmmaking, and see how I can manage that while doing stand up and life shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think with the perspective that you've gained with the comedy experience and even the producing experience and just the life experience, I think you could look at it with brand new eyes and just a whole new level.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta step away for a bit.
Yeah, there's a term in wrestling called you can't see the forest amongst the trees.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right. So you have to like step away to see the forest as a whole. You have to kind of step away for a minute.
Yeah, like I'm sure both of you experienced that, because you said you took a break from comedy, right?
Yeah, we stopped for like 4 years.
So how was that? How was that coming back to comedy after 4 years of not doing it?
It was insane because we never really got out of the mentality of being comedians.
Yeah, it was so weird.
We were always talking about it. We were always writing. We were always, what do you think of this joke? What do you think of this joke? But we hadn't been on stage in, 2.5 years or whatever. But we would still like throw jokes at each other. We would still talk about things and reminisce about it and
go to people's shows to support them. If we couldn't do it ourselves, we wanted to support other people.
Yeah, and then when we got married in 2019, we decided, you know what? I think we're waiting for things to be right, but let's just do it. Let's just go back to comedy because we love it so much, And I feel like the first time I did it, we did 2 mics the first night. We did Priscilla's Keys, and then we did Woodham's right after. Nice. But it was super fun. It was just like we hadn't spent any time off stage, and we just felt I felt great. Yeah. I just felt great. I had new jokes that I came out with that that I didn't do before for years, and it was just so much fun. And I felt very confident coming back to it, and I also felt a lot better in my time back doing comedy. I realized the first time I was doing comedy, I didn't really believe in myself. And I didn't know that at the time. But then like fast forwarding to the second time doing comedy, I knew the feeling of believing in myself, and I didn't feel that the first time.
Yeah, I agree. Same with you, Athena?
Oh, about believing in myself?
Oh, I'm just coming back into comedy.
Oh man. Okay. So coming back into comedy, I got really excited and I got happy, and then quickly realized that I was going to be eating shit for at least a month coming back. So I was like on that weird cusp. I don't know if you've ever felt like this, but on that weird cusp of like, damn, I'm eating shit at every mic that I do, but also, yeah, I'm doing mics and I'm eating shit and I don't care.
That's exactly how I felt after COVID. After like a couple months of not doing comedy, dude, I got booed. Like
holy shit.
Yeah, and I haven't been booed before like that hard. And like
that hard.
Because with COVID,
it was the hardest you ever got booed.
Yeah, like because during COVID, there was no shows, no mics, and me and Faco started hitting up mics like they were secret underground.
Yeah, I've heard of those. I got invited to a couple of those, but I didn't.
And like, when you haven't done something in a while, you're just, the rhythm's off, the confidence is off. And so I was just, for the first month, I was bombing hard. I was just bombing. And so I hear what you're saying. Definitely, it took an adjustment for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, coming back after COVID, now that's a whole fucking another story.
Oh, I felt so
felt the most amazing I felt, because we did comedy throughout the whole pandemic, like nonstop. We were just like running Zooms. We were like running the Zoom game and shit, And the first time I did comedy coming back, was one of the most amazing feelings ever. I went on stage, I did my first joke, which is like, just something about the room. It was outside though. And I got a laugh, right? And I thought to myself, holy shit, because on Zoom, when you say a joke, from my mouth to your ears is about 3 to 5 seconds. And then from when you laugh, from your mouth to my ears is another 3 to 5 seconds. So when I tell a joke on Zoom, it's like 8 to 10 seconds of silence. Right? So then when I go on stage in front of a live audience and I tell a joke and they laugh, I'm just like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, I did a couple Zoom shows and it was definitely weird and some were fun.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I still do Zoom shows.
But
it's incredible.
But I don't know which one hurts more, bombing on Zoom or bombing in person. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're both kind of. I mean, at least on the Zoom one, you're already home and you can just log off after you bomb and just crawl into your bed.
Yeah. Well, short story with Cynthia, since we brought her up before. So Cynthia, she was running Zoom shows as well.
Yeah, she was. We did a lot of Zooms with her.
Yeah, and she asked me to host one of them, and like I was like, she's a friend. I'll do it for her because she's a friend. And I did it, and she was still in the chat, and she was giving me instructions.
Feedback? Was the feedback one?
I think so.
Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go on.
And the thing about these Zoom shows, which is kind of cool, is that you meet comedians from literally all over the world, all over the country.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know these people. I'm just getting a list of names to introduce and host. But Cynthia says that this is like a heckling show or something like that.
Okay, it's a heckle show. I don't think I did any of her heckle shows, but there was heckle shows. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm like, no, I want to hear the material. Like, well, I don't want to heckle. And she's like, because you're the host, you have to like start it out. So this poor guy from LA was just doing his bit. And Cynthia's like, roast him. I'm like, what? Just roast him. Like, do something, right? So I was like, okay. So I was like, and keep in mind, I don't know the guy, so it's hard for me to roast people I don't know, really.
Right.
Oh my god.
So I was like, fine, okay. And I'm like, yo, like I forgot what I did, but I roasted him. Like, oh, by the way, you look so and so and so and so, and he looked like he didn't like it, and nobody laughed, and I like, oh, shame. Like,
oh no.
Like I came out like such a fucking dick.
Oh my god.
And for the rest of the show, I just kept it. I went straight to the point. Like, all right, next episode.
No more heckling for me.
I think the last time I did that show, Cynthia was commenting about how everyone was too afraid to heckle.
Right.
She's like, it's a heckling show. You have to heckle.
Well, like I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it went great. It was my first time with it, but like when you want to heckle, you kind of want to do it in person, because you're in the room. Like that's something I learned from hosting is it's better to roast people with a live crowd because they're there in the moment. They see what you're seeing, and it gives the other person like an opportunity to also heckle back and this and that.
Right. Yeah, it is a lot harder and weird on Zoom.
But it's just funny how on Zoom shows, even then, it's like, life always finds a way, and comedy bombing always finds a way too,
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. I will give you credit though, Jorge, because you are the one that really got us comfortable just hanging out on Zooms. Because Athena and I, we pretty much had a Zoom chat open for the whole pandemic, and people were just coming and going and hanging out with us, and we were kind of like the safe place and the place to be. And you kind of got us comfortable doing that in the beginning because you and Falco were doing Zoom hangouts, and
that's right.
On top of that, you introduced us through those hangouts to two people that we love and we're gonna be friends with for life, Cynthia and Paula.
Yeah,
which is amazing. It's funny because I remember, Paula Maddox from Eureka. I met her on your Zoom hangout.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're like, who?
Hold on.
I remember you announced the last, you're like, this is the last one we're doing. And it was still like super early in the pandemic. Do you remember those Zoom hangouts? What was that like for you?
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. It was just me and Falco. But the thing is that me and Falco, we were hanging out together during the pandemic. And like, we want to do something, anything,
Right.
but we felt like Zoom shows was not our thing,
Right.
so we're like, let's do a Zoom hangout, and
Yeah.
we just roasted each other really, or we just talk shit. But like it's kind of like loosey goosey connecting with people and just like and putting out there
Absolutely.
to anybody to join, which just which is on Facebook is awesome, but Faco and his undivine
Hatred
his
for
divine
Facebook.
his
Fear
divine
of Facebook.
no. So I posted on Facebook, and he thought it was a great idea to post the Zoom link on Twitter. So
Oh yeah, that's where you get the bombers on Twitter.
yeah, we got bombed so many
Oh
times.
no.
We got people posting that like porn shit, and like we're like, whoa.
Yeah, no, you don't put the link on Twitter ever. Ever.
No,
We
but
found that
those
out
are
the
a lot
hard
of
way.
fun. Those are a lot of fun of just seeing people just hanging out, just talking about comedy, just talking about anything. And
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, we recognized that in your hangouts. We were like, wow, we feel like we connected, and we didn't want that to stop because it was so important. We knew how it made us feel, and we wanted to keep that for other people. So when you get down on yourself, I want you to remember that part, that you helped so many people, and it was just by inspiring us. And people think they were helped by us, but they were also helped by you too.
So many people were in the pandemic, so many people that we know in the pandemic, like, like hanging out with you was great. Like, because we would have hangouts every day, all the time. And people were just like felt so safe there. And that was really inspired by you. So yeah, hats off to you.
God, guys. I don't know what to say. No, you guys are, I don't know, you give you guys self credit for being there as well. And like, because by you guys being there, that made me happy too. That made me feel comfortable too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Faco told me that was loud. That was why you guys stopped doing it, because that was there. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Oh man. Hey, do you have any like upcoming projects or anything you're working on? Anything exciting?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Is this the closing up? But they're plugging in.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely. But I want you to talk about your shows too. But yeah, what you got coming up?
Yeah. So as of right now, on today's date, I'm not sure when you're releasing this.
About a month or so.
In a month? Okay. Yeah. In that case,
nothing going on. I know you have a show tonight, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, I think I got my hella tear-eyed.
Oh.
No, because I don't know. All right. Stay strong, Jorge. Stay strong.
Stay strong. Come on, home stretch. You can do it.
There's no crying in comedy.
No crying in baseball either, apparently.
It's all crying. All right. So please, first of all, follow me on Instagram, please, on Jorge M. Sanchez. That's probably the best way, where I upload or I put up upcoming shows and stuff. Facebook, I guess, but I recommend Instagram. And Twitter as well, South Bay Boy JMS. So social medias. As far as shows, I run one of the shows at Random Lounge in San Jose. Me and Michelle together, we run the first 2 Sundays of the month. But the ones I really book and host is the second Sunday of the month at Random Lounge.
Hell yeah.
And if you released this in a month, my tenure at Santa Cruz Blue Lagoon would have ended. I am no longer going to be. I mean, I'll be around, but I'll no longer be helping.
No longer at Blue Lagoon.
Yeah. It's time for me to move on.
Do you have any crazy stories that you can tell about the Blue Lagoon?
Yes, but let's wait until my tenure ends.
Okay. Well, this will be out before your tenure. You won't be there anymore by the time this comes out.
That means
let's have a part 2. Let's have a part 2 on that, because the Blue Lagoon, amazing people, and long after I'm gone, it's gonna be good people.
It's a great place. Yeah, no, absolutely. I wouldn't want you to tell any stories that would make them look bad, but I'm sure some crazy shit's happened.
No, it's not on them. It's just overall, it's just I'm still in it, so
yeah.
It's Santa
Cruz, so wild shit happens. That's what I'm saying.
But it's both a good learning experience for me, and and across the board, good and bad ways. It's all been a good learning experience. But anyway, you should still go to it. You should still go to every Tuesday night.
Yeah. I will go as much as I possibly
can. Shows in downtown Santa Cruz. It's still a lot of fun. I just check out the podcast. I start with PX, Your Worst
Yes.
Neighbors, now available on Spotify, Podbean, and Stitcher. Pretty soon, I'm looking forward to it being on iTunes, hopefully,
Hell yeah.
and YouTube maybe. We'll see.
It's not very hard to get on iTunes. I think you can do it.
Yeah. Well, today before I got on your show, I just submitted my.
Okay,
RSS.
yeah, it takes like 2 weeks to get approval.
Yeah, and then just follow me on social media and for any upcoming shows, and hopefully soon I'll be on a hypothetical comedy show. So we'll see about that.
Hell yeah! Hopefully soon we have a hypothetical comedy show.
We will.
We
I'm
will.
putting it into
We
the
will.
universe.
Except if it's on Zoom, then we won't invite you.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a deal.
Nice.
You can find me on social media at Funky Sam Medina.
And you can find me at She Shines For You on Instagram, Twitter. And yeah, those are the only two. Sorry. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the. I don't know what I'm saying.
Where can people listen to this podcast?
They can listen to this podcast anywhere: Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon, Audible. What else?
Oh, and we have a carrier pigeon that will tweet it out.
And hypotheticalcomedy.com.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
But
if they're listening to this podcast, I don't think they're wondering where they can find it.
No, just in
Literally
case.
not.
I don't know. All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, Jorge, it's been super fun. Thank you, man.
No, seriously, before we go, I just want to give my flowers to both of you guys. You guys are the best shining example of what a comedy couple should be out here. And you guys are amazing people. And thank you for the opportunity to be on this platform of yours. And I truly hope to see you guys again, mess around with you guys again, have fun, get some burritos again.
Hell yeah.
That's my favorite part about the Brenham Lounge is Love Vicks.
Love Vicks.
Vicks, it's so close to Love Vicks.
and to all the listeners of Hypothetical Comedy, thank you so much.